Yeah, good day YouTubers. Just out on one of my, probably my top 3 rides. One of the top 3, my local trails. Yeah, got myself a GoPro Chesty so I can run the GoPro off my chest. So hopefully the angle's okay and everything. I'm running just a cheap foam cover to stop the wind noise. So hopefully that's coming out alright. There's a fair bit of wind today. But yeah, done well over 1,000 k's, maybe about 1,100 kilometers. I'm thinking about re-greasing the like the main gear. The problem gear doesn't have a lot of grease on it, so I re-grease that. Excuse me. Yeah, so, and I actually just put new pads in. I think it's JO12A. No, it's actually JO2A. The pads for the ice-tech rotors for the Shimano M8000 rear, front and rear calipers, but I use back brakes way more than front. I've sort of got to train myself to use the front more. I've got about 3/4 of the front left and the backs were pretty much gone, so I'm lucky I checked them. But yeah, early morning because it's almost summer here in Australia, and so yeah, just getting out early before the sun comes up. Yeah, this ride in particular, it follows a ridge line and it goes there's quite a big steep downhill and uphill section, so it's a good, I know the camera's not going to do it justice, it never does, but it's a good test for the mid-drive. I've done it many times, but obviously you guys have never seen it, so yeah, I'm pretty confident in my bike now. I've done, like I said, a bit over 1,000 k's, maybe 1,050, and I'm just cruising along, mate. I don't go particularly hard. You can see how nasty this track is, man. Not here, but in sections. Anyway, you don't want to go too fast. Number one, I've got a bad back, and number two, I can't afford to come off, so I just take it easy, mate. People can rip along here at 60 k's if they want, but my back. Oh, kangaroo! If you can see him, but 2 kangaroos actually. The old Aussie kangas, eh? Yeah, we find it hard to sell kangaroo meat, even though it's, you know, it's I know it's our coat of arms and all, but we're overrun with kangaroos at the moment, man. They're almost like pests, or they are like pests now. But that's another topic. But yeah. So this ride we go through like eucalypt trees here, and then we cut through some state forest. So it's a mix of like really, like, you know, wide open areas like the eucalypts, and then real dense areas like the pine forest with the tree. Got over that alright. Yeah, she's a bit heavier than a mountain bike, but you do alright with it, manage it. Yeah, like I'm cruising along in PAS 3 at the moment, 17 to 18 kilometers an hour. That's comfortable, mate. You can see like, this is pretty good at the moment, even though you still got to watch where you're going because of all the sticks and rocks and hollows and 4 drive tracks that chew the fuck out of the ground. You got to watch where you're going. Had a bit of rain recently, so that's keeping the dust down, which is good. You can see how much rotted it out it is, man. 4 drives started and then the water comes through and finishes it. There's this fucking tree. This tree's just come down recently, and it's a pain in the ass. They normally cut it, but in this situation they've left it, man. I mean, if it wasn't so fucking such a hard place to cut, I'd ever go cut it myself, but it is big though. Anyway, under we go. Pain in the ass. And that's a good thing about mid-drive, mate, especially the way I build mine. If you got, I could ride through here, but hang on. Oh, yeah, fucking failed by that stick. There we go. Yeah, she's like, I think it's 32.9 all in. And I've seen some bikes, man, they're up to fucking, you know, the hub drives, but they're up to about 60 kilos. If you went on tracks like this, you'd have fucking no hope to get through this shit. How would you lift your bike? See the track on me? It's fucking rotted out big time. Now pick your line, man. That was PAS 8. Got very easy. Could have done the 7, but yeah. Yeah, first time changing the pads on well, hydraulic pads anyway, like a hydraulic brake system. Oh, fucking hell, I'm a bit unfit, man. But hey, if it wasn't for electric bike, I wouldn't be out here, mate. You know, so get you out places where you wouldn't ride a mountain bike normally. There's no way you get fucking a mountain bike for any of this shit. I'm telling you. This ain't some smooth fucking flat trail. It's hilly. It's cut up. And hang on, I've got something in the wheel from the hub. Sometimes you just go backwards and it clears itself. I can't see it. Oh, it has gone out, there you go. It's fallen out, whatever it was, probably a little rock. Gets between the inside of the sprocket and the motor itself, the motor casing. So, see, I'm using PAS 3, mate. I mean, of course I'd go a shitload faster, but Hopefully that's the last of the trees that are down. I've got a feeling there's one more. We had big storms and high winds and rain quite a few times back to back, so fucking galahs, mate. Oh, and it's a cockatoo. But yeah, so that's really played havoc with the trees and brought a lot of them down. I've never seen a snake on the path. Oh, I have, but not here. Knock on wood. But plenty of kangaroos, plenty of wild sheep. I've seen an occasional couple of deer. You know, they're hard to, they're very wary, so it's pretty hard to spot them. But you spot them more on this thing because it's quiet, you know, compared to a motorbike or something, or a car. You tend to spot a lot more. Entering the oh yeah, so now we're starting to enter the pine forest, state forest, if you like. It actually gets cold in here because the sun doesn't always get through here. Well, some good timber there, man. That's not pine either, it's good timber to use in the fireplace. No way to come back. Trouble is, it's not always accessible by car. So this seems right here. Oh, well, what I mean about, I think I'm about 7th or 8th at the rear. Pass 3, cruising along around about, well, 21. Gear, I think gear 9 maybe by now. 26, 28, going downhill now. Oh, missed me turn off. Too busy looking at my speed. Just here. And like here, you got heaps of hills, man, heaps of hills. So you need a real, fairly efficient bike, and I'm pretty proud of what I created. It's not a speed machine at all, but you know, going on these places where you got constantly up and down through the pads and the gears, I'm still getting 50, 60 k's comfortably. But probably more. I mean, I don't always run it down. I don't like running it right down, but like I said previously, you could get to 75 through here if you really push the batteries, but I think there's no point. I get sort of tired and sore after about the 50 anyway, 55. So, yeah. Just standing up, mate. Standing up to take the force off my back, even though it's got phenomenal suspension. I always do that, man. Even when I motorbike ride, well, not anymore, but I used to when I motorbike ride. fuck doing that now. If I come off for that, I'll be fucked. I'll be in hospital, mate, for sure. Look at the forest, man. Always love war over here. Just fucking, it's pretty cool, a little bit eerie, you know, but it's a good ride. The track's a lot better too. So yeah, I'm only pedaling on Paz 3. I'm doing 36 kilometers an hour right now. So yeah, I don't go crazy, but I can't afford to, mate, with my back. Oh, kangaroo. Another one. Yeah, go, buddy. I'm not going to hit you. I'll come off second best, mate. There you go. There are people say there's kangaroos everywhere. It all depends where you go in Australia, mate. But out here, you do see a lot of wallaroos and kangaroos. Last thing you want to do is hit one of these buggers. Fuck, you'd be in a bad way. Brakes feel good. The back brakes feel quite good now. I've got heaps more. My brake lever's a lot better. It doesn't sink so much before it engages. So yeah. Oh, a bit of sand. Bit of a downhill run, but it's still a lot of fucking hollows, man. You can't go too fast. You'd be fucking you'd be falling off for sure. Even with this phenomenal suspension. I hope you're hearing me alright. I mean, I am sort of talking fairly loud, but there's a lot of wind, mate, so I hope it comes out alright. At least you get to see the bike in action. If you want to build this way, you know what to expect, you know. I can talk all day about it, but so the real footage is, you know, much better for you guys if you want to do a build like this. But if I was running a hub drive, okay, it could be going twice or 3 times as quick, but you wouldn't get any fucking range out of it, mate. That's the problem. Most of my rides, I'm doing 50 kilometers or 45 kilometers minimum. And when I do the rail trail, I'll be doing double that, which I've done already in the past. I've still got finishing editing that video and put that on YouTube as well. The OQ for Ultra, 100-kilometre return, and I achieved it on a single charge. I was pretty conservative, and that was only charging the battery to 4.1, so 90% of the battery. Fuckwit. Fucking cocksucker. Fucking see that dickhead? He looked like a fucking ranger, and he come through there drifting. That's why it's like head-ons around you, man. Fuckwits drive like they're rallying, and a lot of times these roads are only just over 1 lane wide, really. 1.5. Sometimes they go down to 1 lane, you know, or say 1.5 minimum, but they're fucking idiots. And he's a fucking ranger, parks ranger. He should know better, mate. Don't know what the fuck's he in a hurry for. Gets paid by the hour. Fucking dickhead. Cushy, confident job and he's driving like that. Well. Anyway, just another fuckwit in the world. That's why I try to ride during weekdays, because there's far less traffic on the road, far less vehicles and motorbikes. But it is a weekday, but I've never seen a Ranger out here actually, so that's pretty rare too. At the moment I'm on the main roads, which is okay, but I don't enjoy the main roads so much. It's quite boring. But oh, I fucking took a wrong turn in. I'll go back. I'll come in a different way this time, so I actually should have went left instead of going right. Plus you use a bit of concentration talking, so you tend to lose focus a little bit. That's alright, still enjoying the ride. So far I've covered 12 kilometres. I've pulled 3.7 amps out of the battery because like I said, mate, I've been pushing a little bit more than I normally do, so it's not too boring for you guys. But you know, it's just yeah. So the lowest I've gone is 58.7 volts, so that's about the same as a 14S right now after my 12-13 kilometres into my ride. So I did a video on that before about going 1 cell high in the lithium ion from 14S to 15S, so check that out if you're interested in it. A bloke was asking me before about the number on the side of my motor, because he's saying some motors having problems even running 14S, but I couldn't find the number he's talking about, man. Couldn't find it anywhere in there. But anyway, it's the motor I run is from Unicycles, the 750 watt version. Well, it's actually they stamp that on the side, but it's the full off-road package. So it's 1000 watt nominal and 1600 watt peak, and that is true. I've seen 1600 watt peak on mine. Not very often, because the extra voltage keeps the current down actually, so I don't often see. I mean, I've got 1028 watts climbing up some of those hills, so that's peak. That's pretty good. See how many rolling, man? I'm at 35 fucking k's an hour, 36. That'd be crazy to go too fast on dirt, man. I'm at 45, 50 kilometers an hour, 55. You know, I'm only fucking rolling, mate. So if you were throttle on as well, you'd get up to fucking 80 through there, back to 40. So, you know, I'm no lightweight. I'm about 90 kilos, 95 kilos, and the bike's, like I said, 32 and a half, I think I said, or 32.9. It's around 32. So that's yeah. You know, what's that? 125 or 130 all up. So it's a bit of momentum down the hill. A bit of weight equals momentum. Oh, it's a downhill run here anyway. A lot quicker. I normally don't come through here, but I normally go back this way, but it's the wrong turn. You're going straight this time. So I should have went left and I should have went right, but that's alright. I've also been playing around the pads assist levels. I can't remember more off the top of my head, but I've been playing around with the cadence speed. How do they call it? Cadence speed. So I was at 75. I was at 70 for a while. Now I brought it back to 65. So meaning when my pedals get to 65%. Of the, I think it's of the cadence speed. Sorry, when my pedals reach a certain cadence speed, the motor kicks back to 65% at the moment. So just trying to make it more efficient, and especially when I go on rail trails. Like I'm going slow here because there's always hills, mate. This is a fucking steep hill right here, but on a rail trail is flat, so I'd be cruising along here, cruising along a flat at 35-40 kilometers an hour all day. There's like I call it the shearing shed. It might be an old shearing shed, I think, but pretty dilapidated. Now you get the campers come in there and camp for a couple of nights and go bike riding. Yeah, back on the right way this time. Yeah, I just turned it off to say battery, mate. The batteries in the GoPros are pretty fucking shit. You know, I've got a GoPro Hero 7 Black, and even the 7s are shit, mate. So I don't know how to improve them. But in the 8s, I don't even know if there's a 9 out there, but you probably can't hear me this fucking wind. But yeah, I don't know about the 8s and 9s. You can put in the comments if you think the battery's any better, but the 7s are pretty shit. Good camera, but the batteries are fucked, mate. On a decent ride, I usually use 2 batteries at least. Especially when I did the rail trail in Victoria, the O'Keefe rail trail, that was that chewed the batteries up, eh? Even I was pretty conservative with it. I used a voice activated command to turn the GoPro on and off, so that helps conserve battery, and it's hands-free, which I like. That's a good feature. So we've done almost 18 kilometres right now. Don't ask me what that is, that's in miles. You got a times about 1.6, don't you? Too early for that shit, but I'm not American, man, so I just use kilometres. The old metric system, mate, never lets me down. But hey, if that's what you learnt, that's alright by me too. The miles and gallons. Sorry, I said times of 1.6. You got to divide it, because it's 1.6 kilometres to a mile. So yeah. Well, roughly anyway, 1.6 to a mile. Yeah, I saw a wallaroo when I had the camera off. It's like a smaller kangaroo, but very dark. It might have been a wallaby, but yeah, they're not so common, but they're nice to see. They're like almost like jet black. She gets a bit twitchy in the sand. You get a little bit of sand or loose dirt, but yeah, that's every bike really. Maybe if I had motorcycle rims on, it wouldn't be so bad, but it all adds weight, mate. That's why I didn't want it to go, the motorcycle rims. You know, and changing the tyre on a motorcycle fucking rim and tyre. Changing the tube, sorry. I think that might be a lot fucking harder than a bicycle tube. So, even with all the mods I've done, I can still change the tube pretty quickly actually. So, with the rack on, it's a bit harder because you can't just flip the bike over on itself. You got to put it on the side, then sort of put it upside down from that side. Otherwise, it'll hit the rack if you flip it over on its back, like you normally do. But you know, that's I haven't used the rack yet. I've just made it, but I think I will plan to do a few rides where I can ride, do 50 k's or something, and then pull into a caravan park or any sort of powered site. And I bring my charger and power supply with me. I've got some iCharger X8s now. I've got 2 of those, so I'm going to do a power wall later on as well, so I'll come in handy for being such a small charger to carry with me in the bike, and also to do discharge tests on my power wall in the future. I could have got X6. Oh no, really I couldn't have, because this is 7 and AS, so X8's what you need. But yeah, mate, long-term investment, you know. I know I could have used one X8 and then parallel the charge, but having them charge and balance independently is far better. You're going to get such accurate readings then. As you can see, mate, I use pedal assist all the time. I'm rolling now, but good exercise for me, you know. If I just run around the throttle, fuck, I might as well build myself an electric motorbike, you know. This is me. I've been on this track before, so that's why I can do a bit of speed on it. But you still got to watch yourself, fucking oath. They still run it out to the shit house. I heard something to my left, probably a kangaroo, I think. To your left of me, I heard something rustling in the bushes. Too big for a snake. Oh, that's too big. But this is a nice part of the ride up here where you start to go up through the ranges, up through the ridge lines. Yeah, I like this part of the ride, man. Really nice. You got drop-offs either side of you. It's mad, mate. There's some major hills here too, eh? You'll see what hopefully the battery lasts, but you'll see the fucking scale of the hills I'll climb up. I think you'd be struggling on a hub drive, man. They're fucking good on flat, man, and good on road, perfect. I would go hub drive if I was riding on roads like this all the time, like flat shit. Once you get to undulations, like this part of the section of the road, I mean, like where it's all flat, compact, hub drive's perfect. In my opinion, you know, but when you get to some major undulations and fucking rough surfaces and hills, then it's fucked. Well, I reckon anyway. Yeah, this is the part of the ride I like the best. Narrow single track and twisty and on the ridge line. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. See how all the trees are down, eh? From the high winds and rain, man. Fucking smashed a lot of trees. A lot of times I conserve the bike's energy until I get to stuff like this and then have a bit of a play, you know. But in terms of speed, I'm still pretty conservative, mate, because I suffer from chronic back pain and I've done everything to this bike to make it as comfortable as possible. My handlebars, you know, are in a very high position. I'm not leaning forward too much. I've got a really top end Washouts 200mm triple crown forks, RC triple crown forks. Took us to East Party, and I've got the Washouts. I think it's R2C or something like that. It's like a high end Washouts rear shock, and you know, all fully adjustable, compression, rebound, and there's another setting here I can't pick here at the moment. You see the fall downhill, man. It drops off pretty hard. I I'm riding the brakes all the way down here. It's fucking steep. This is a pretty steep hill here, man, let me tell you. It's a fucking steep hill. Been tasting on, man. Front wheels popping. But it's just got a good enough balance to stop the front wheel from lifting up too much. I'm leaning right forward too. You know, I don't know if you can see now, I'll lean forward a bit. That's a steep fucking hill, mate. It's a double step hill. The first part's the steepest, then it goes over this erosion hump, comes back up. But that is fucking steep, man. If I were to walk down the bottom of that, I'm not gonna, but that is fucking steep. I think a hub drive would struggle up that. If you've got momentum, you get up it. That's the thing, mate. With that momentum, you got all that dead weight in the rear wheel. Anyway, enough about bagging hub drives. I'm not bagging them, I'm just saying the pros and cons, really. You know, that's just my opinion. There's people out there that would swear by hub drive, of course. But yeah, I've read a lot of forums and I've chosen this. Cockatoos. Nice and lush down here, man, in this valley. Really lush. Fucking rough too, man. It's rough. Down to the lowest gear at the top. This climb. Go to phase 7 at the moment. See how that goes. Picked up a rock. Trick is, mate, picking your lines. You pick your lines, you can almost climb anything in this bike. As soon as you hit that bump, it slows your momentum down. But I'm only going slow, man, but you don't lose fucking traction at all. It's fucking solid, mate. It's like a billy goat. She climbs anything. So, over the course of over 1,000 kilometres on my BBSHD motor, the only problem I've had was a rear derailleur hanger, which I had to, it was an aluminium one which wore out. There's a video on that too, that the V-tensioner screw wore through the aluminium. Obviously there's a lot of tension there because I'm running the 46 tooth rear sprocket on the lowest gear, or the highest gear, whichever way you want to say it. Yeah, so I made another one out of 8mm steel, and I ground it down in the places I didn't need the 8mm thickness. Yeah, but check it out. There's a video there on my YouTube channel. You know, I've done a lot of work to it. You can't even tell you can't even tell I made it. It looks like I bought it now because I painted it up and everything, and drilled holes through it, lighten it up. In the places it doesn't need a lot of strength, I've drilled, like, you know, I think 6 or 8mm holes through it and countersunk the holes so they look nice. But yeah, other than that, but I've had one puncher in those 1,000 kilometres. That was on a rail trail. I probably picked up some fucking glass because the pricks in public areas, they always like smashing glass bottles, you know what I mean? Probably young kids that do it, I suppose, but don't know any better. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I picked up a puncher there, and that was a bit of a funny story. I had my pump, which has been sitting in my bag for a good number of years now, and I think the seals are all dried out and they've failed. So for every 4 or 5 pumps I put in the air, every 4 or 5 strokes, I'm only probably putting in 1 stroke of air, if that, you know. So anyway, a bloke helped me out. This truck driver had a compressor that I saw inside the rail trail there in his house, and I went in his garage, and I already changed the tube, so I was just pushing at that stage. So all I need is a pump, you know, a pump, and then yeah, I really thankful for that bloke, man. He was helped me out big time. Got myself a new pump now though. Another steep hill. Got to pick your lines, man. He does it, but plus it gives you exercise too, mate. You're not just sitting on the throttle the whole time. Actually putting some effort in, which I think that makes the ride more enjoyable when you put effort into it. But it's just my opinion. See, mate, you're down and up all day long. So you need the gears really, man. But I think the next battery build, which won't happen for a while, they're expensive, so hopefully this will last another 5 years at least. You know, I want to because I'm looking after it. Anyway, the next build, I'm thinking of going like a 30 to 35 amp hour lithium phosphorus cells. the prismatic cells. So I'll need 18 of them, and they should fit in there. I haven't measured or anything, but the aluminium casing prismatic cells are very slim for the capacity, eh? So and that way I'll have heaps more range, and I'll be able to use the throttle a fair bit more if I choose to. At the moment I don't like using it too much, but something big fell over there, something noise. Maybe a branch fell down, I think. Big bang over there. This is a steep hill too, mate. Surprisingly, it probably look like nothing on the camera, but I don't know if you see in the side view, but you're climbing the whole way up. You know, I don't know how many degrees it would be. Maybe 25, 28 degrees, I don't know. Hard to say. Could even be up to 30, mate, I don't know, really. It's very hard to predict. I think this is one of the highest points on this particular ride. Turn that off. Yeah, when I went under that big log, I caught the ground on this, so all you got to do is take this off and bend that little cover the other way. But yeah, it's a bit of design for it. It bends pretty easy when you bring it close to the ground. I'll find some shade. It's only early, man, but I'm sweating already, eh? I'm not that fit, but so yeah. Hard to see the view, but got pretty high. You can see a little bit through there. It actually sounds like there's a motorbike around here somewhere. Yep, the old girl's going good, man. What I've recently done, for anyone's interested, it does move a bit, but I just bought this cheap eBay gel, supposedly gel seat cover, and it fits over the gel seat. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming through, but and I bought this light, which is I can't even remember the name. Oh, that's right, it's called a cube light, and it's a smart light, so as soon as you get motion it comes on. Maybe the batteries are flat. Yeah, you can see that. Comes on. I think the batteries are flat, that's why it's not working, but it pulses light in the daytime and it comes really bright at night, and when you hit the brakes it comes on as a brake light. So it's just a what is it, a USB battery. Motorbike here comes on. Going.
Hey, mate.
What's happening, man? Just on the ride yourself, eh?
No, I've lost my mate. You haven't seen him?
No.
Haven't heard him?
I heard you for about 3 or 4 minutes, but
He must have went back to the car.
oh, yeah. No worries, man.
What do you do when you let it fall off?
I don't fall off, mate. Just, I don't go fast enough. Like, I got a bad back, so I don't ride motorbikes anymore, but it's electric.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I built it, but
You're a long way out here, though.
Oh, I've done 100 k's on this, mate. Yeah. But around here, because it's so hilly, you might get 50 to 75, but depending on how conservative you are, you know. Yeah. Oh, it's great out here, but hey.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fucking oath, man.
Yeah, heaps of variety out here.
Yeah, it's hard attack trail is one of my best ones, like the one that, you know, you go down that real massive drop and come back up, and you know, there's a few dips there. Probably don't feel on your thing, but
Is that a motorway?
yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Is he new to this part, or?
No. He knows where he's going.
Oh, you might have some bike trouble, maybe.
No. He couldn't keep up with me.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
By the time I circle around and fucking go look for him, he's already gone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, well, have a good one, man.
Yeah, no worries, mate, you too.
Yeah. Catch ya. That's the first bike rider I've seen on a weekday since I've been up here, man. That's pretty rare to see him on a weekday. Anyway, you can hear him though. I just don't, mate. Yeah, I was laughing, just talking to myself there. He asked me what happens if you fall off. That's the reason I don't go very fast. I don't want to fall off, mate. I don't want to push myself too hard, that's all. Live another day without being in agony, man, but still enjoy yourself. That's the secret. Do what you love. You know, you can't do it as good as someone else. Who gives a fuck? As long as you enjoy it, mate. As long as you enjoy it. Long way behind me, I still haven't heard him. I reckon his mate must have taken the wrong turn actually, because he's a long way behind. I don't, mate. That was a silly question, eh? That's why I go slow, man. What do you do when you fall off? It's like saying, what do you do in a car accident? You just drive sensibly and not have one, eh? That's what you do. But then again, I used to ride a motorbike, I used to push fucking hard, man, when I was AK. Before I really stuck me back, I used to go mental on a bike. Well, had a four-wheeler, and I sort of went pretty hard on that. Four-wheel Raptor, 700 fuel-injected Raptor I had, 2007 model. So it was a pretty bit of a beast, man. Big fucking thumper, man. 700 four-stroke, full suspensions, a sports quad. That was a good bike, man. Go anywhere. You can see how hectic it is up here, man. Look how fucking rough this country is. A little bit of sand. A little bit of water from the rain. I haven't seen this bloke at all, mate. I think he's definitely taking a wrong turn, or he's had come off or something. Hopefully he's just taking a wrong turn. Hope he hasn't hurt himself. If I see him, I'll tell you, telling you, waiting for him. Another steep hill, man. Look at this, look at it. It's pretty big, and you can't go too fast, it's all right out. Whoa. Tricky fucking line, man. That was a bit slow. The friggin' screen come off. Screen, I mean, phone come up, some bullshit. I'm looking at that for a split second and fucked up my direction. You know, I'm only getting 45, 50 k's, or sometimes get more, 60, with the hills and shit around here, man. Constantly up and down the gears and the pedal assist. I mean, I could use throttle to go up a lot faster, but just take it easy on the battery, mate. I was in Paz 7 there, but a lot of those big hills I was in 9, just to make sure I wouldn't stop. Once you stop, you gotta fucking push it. That ain't fun. Whoop. This is asleep until he. She's fucking steep, man. Gotta work it. And it's all right about too. Makes it fucking harder. Oh, I fucked up the wheel placement there. You see how fucking steep it is, man. It's all right out big time. Ah, fuck. Normally I make that. I've made that many times, but I just picked the wrong line that day. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yeah, cunt. Shoelace come off. Oh mate, I'm unfit, I tell you. If I use throttle, I reckon I just fucking want to it. I can make that hill, but I just picked the wrong line. Oh, Sonny's getting a bit dirty. Bit of sweat rolling down the front of him. Yeah, oh, that's better. That was the worst hill on this ride. Like I said, I normally make that. It goes to show you, man. You put your GoPro on and you don't make it that time. I got close to the top, as you can see. Maybe 55 volts up that hill. minimum. Now she's still at 50, almost 57 now, but bit of voltage sag. Oh, it's amazing off the Hero. Alright, mate. Ooh, fucking rock. That was the only hill I didn't get up, man, that one you saw me on. Going back down through a valley again. He's up and down all the time. This is a nice place here. Little creek here, tiny little creek.